Alright guys, sorry if I sound a little hoarse, but welcome back to the channel. My name is Stormkisser, and today we're going to be, covering a pretty immature situation involving XTwisters 2. Apparently the XTwisters community is under attack by, evil brain rot scumbag that is Miguel, a trigger happy Steam user who has been who has been has become who has gone on a massive spree and campaign in an attempt to drown the XTwisters community in a barrage, an ocean of DMCAs. Actually, they were only three. But, um, but, um, and this, but when the moderators came to confront this Miguel dude, he went on a massive cop out, a massive cop out, so immature that he literally is like a freaking 5-year-old. He talks like a 5-year-old, like he was literally being a racist piece of crap and talking on the Discord servers and basically being a huge a-hole in general. So today we're going to be doing a couple of things in this video. We are going to react to the expose video that Mr. Wedge released on his YouTube channel, and we're also going to be spam reporting Miguel's user profile until his existence is wiped from Steam, because he clearly isn't old enough to be using Steam at this point in time, or maybe he just went a little crazy, got off his rocker, and off after binging countless brain rot videos to the point where his brain was completely smooth. But anyway, whatever the case, let's get into the video. And yeah, here we go.
Hey everyone, today I want to give a quick rundown, or this won't be quick at all. This is a video that is going to be very different from all the stuff on my YouTube channel. This is going to be a really different video. I want to address something that's been going on for a while. I haven't really talked about it on this channel, except for a few times. Maybe I mentioned it a few times at least on here, and I wanted to bring it into light for real this time, because the situation's gotten to the point where it's getting out of hand. You get what I mean? Like, it's getting out of hand, and it's not okay. So if you guys are confused with what we're talking about, we're basically we're kind of going through a situation with the XTwisters community, and a lot of people are familiar with this by now, I'm assuming, because everybody, and also you guys, have asked me, why has XTwisters 2 has been taken down, the whole shebang. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this up so you guys can see me more. Basically, the XTwisters, I'm sorry, I can't speak. The XTwisters 2 community is suffering from a potentially kind of unproblematic situation that we shouldn't be going through in the first place. And it is legitimately depressing and crazy once I say all the details and stuff like that. Basically, and I've stated this in comments, XTwisters 2 is basically going through a thing where somebody puts a false DMCA takedown notice on XTwisters 2. Now, if you guys are not familiar with what that means, if you guys are not familiar with what a false DMCA notice is, it's basically when somebody basically sends a copyright takedown notice on a workshop item on Steam without really any evidence or explanation or that goes by copyright concerns or copyright standards. That's basically what XTwisters 2 is going through by a person named Miguel. And when I say that this person is really questionable, I mean that it's questionable enough to bring up into conversation and probably put his put his questioning vengeance at a finality. That was really weird wording. I'm sorry. It's just he's putting false DMCA notices on our add-on for literally no reason whatsoever. And sorry, I didn't mean to delete that. When I literally say that this is like the dumbest situation ever, I'll tell you guys.
It is really stupid. I'm going to tell you right now that what happened and what is going down is very stupid.
It's like the dumbest thing ever. The dumbest thing ever, am I right? So, I'm basically going to, just to kind of summarize everything, I'm going to go ahead and pull up something that's been going on. So, if you guys are unfamiliar with who this guy is, who this Miguel person is, if you guys are familiar with G Disasters Revived, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are at this point, and he basically stole it. He basically stole it without permission back in 2021, and we, us as the XTwisters community would thought that would come to final, but unfortunately, he basically believes that the reason why he's putting a false DMCA on XTwisters 2, or the reason why he's putting a false DMCA notice, is for two things mainly. And I also put up screenshots on screen so that you guys could pause, because he made a discussion on the Gary's Mod discussion area, and it's legitimately stupid to the point where any person that could go into Gary's Mod can literally find out that this is not true.
Oh shit. What is this? Hello, my name doesn't matter here. I'm here to talk about an issue that I've been addressing for years, and it's seriously damaging my reputation with an entire community. It all started in 2021 when, being an immature kid, I copied and pasted, or as they'd say, quote-unquote, stole an add-on that they were restoring from a community. It has been abandoned for quite some time, and they said they wouldn't make any more updates. I posted it on the workshop and fixed it. I was a dumbass kid back then, so I don't know what I was doing. Well, everybody started harassing me and yelling at me for the stupidity of copying and pasting their add-on without their permission. Time passed and they forgot, but the brand remained. Sometime later, the community of the mod that we're improving created a new mod where they were once again spoke ill of me. One of the creators logged into my Discord server, insulted me via direct message, and argued with one of my server members, whom he then banned and blocked to oblivion. When the And when the sequel to that mod came out, I realized they were stealing textures from my mod and the original. And sometime later, I DMCA'd them twice, but to no avail. But I am, but I am not going to play along because I've already been banned elsewhere, and even from other communities for this stupid DMCA, which they consider a serious crime. The truth is, I did some stupid things growing up. I did something wrong and I regret it. But these people don't really understand me. They don't really understand me. They don't really understand me. Besides, the DMCA I filed was to report the harassment and the theft of the original add on. I don't want to do it on purpose or just dump the add on. Honestly, these people have no fucking idea. Thanks for watching. Wow, I really love doing this. I really love reading these.
So the discussion that he posts on the discussion forums is, I won't read the whole thing. I'll basically just summarize it because that'll make the video so long.
Well, I just did.
He basically summarizes how we as an XTwisters, as the XTwisters community, has been harassing him and also stealing his materials and textures and assets from his mod. And he also states that basically he's admitting that, or he's stating that we somehow harassed this dude, even though we never did. As an XTwisters community, we have never did anything wrong in the first place. Miguel is the one that basically any opportunity that he's allowed to come into our server and spam and also be racist too, which I'll get to that here.
Oh no, racist? Oh crap! This went to a whole new level of stupidity.
In a minute. And also just completely be genuinely foul about XTwisters 2 for no reason. And I do have screenshots of that. So if you guys are wondering, like, hey, is there going to be any evidence? Oh, there is. And also Miguel states that there isn't no evidence, but we're not dumb. I mean, honestly, no offense, but
yeah. Oh wait, how many times did he spam? Bulk delete, 2 message deleted. Bulk delete, 100 message deleted. Yo! He spammed the N-word 162 times in this Discord server. Dang! Oh my god. At this point, these evidences from Miguel wrongfully spamming and being an absolute false accuser of Twisters 2. What an a-hole. Wait, what's this? XTwisters are disgusting, rebelling, absolutely vomiting, filthy. What the fuck? Dude. Dude, this is so stupidly vile. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude. Dude, this is so stupid. Wait. It's infamous, conceited, schizophrenic, gratulinear, unhappy, profane, calamitous, deficient, cretin, barlot, Yeah, the only time where he gave himself the elf himself real The only word that I could probably get out of here is the last one, ridiculous. Because this post is just so ridiculous. It's just so freaking ridiculous. And this is all evidence for Miguel wrongfully spamming. This is what he spammed. This is what he spammed. I bet he probably got a bot and just spammed this all over it. At this point, I'm just speechless to the point where I'm starting to laugh. Like, bro, bedridden, ill-born, written backwards, useless. Holy shit! What the frick, bro? Dude. All right, moving on. And by the way, this was actually Miguel. That was Miguel's alt account. It was obvious he created this alt account.
So he basically states that we, as an XTwisters community, basically are stealing textures from both his mod and the original. Now let me get you guys on track. The mod that he's talking about is Disasters Revived, obviously. And if you really think about it, what he's saying, like, if you really think about it, doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's like he literally is just freaking calling XTwisters the most vile shit and names and shit imaginable. Like, bro, it wasn't all even in a sentence. Like, dude, I bet his post was made while he was like tripping on brain rot.
Whatsoever. He's basically saying that us as, or, you know, the whole like the whole development team of XTwisters 2 somehow took stolen aspects from his mod that he claims is his. That doesn't add up. That's the first red flag right there. Is that you can't claim something, like, you basically can't claim something that's yours if you stole it.
Wait, what? He actually did that? Oh my god. I can't believe the dude actually did that. Bro tried to claim something that he stole? Dude, that's not how it works, Miguel. That's not how it works. You cannot claim something that you literally just stole as yours. Dude, it's like literally you just walk into a bank and then you just burst in, sack the place to its core, and then when the police come, they see and they say that you just you're being placed under arrest because you just literally have been caught on camera. And now the footage of you sacking the place is just the most damning piece of evidence they have. And you still say that all of the crap that you stole from that store is all yours, and there's nothing anybody can do about it, bro. I hate to tell you, Miguel, but that is stupid AF. Stupid AF.
Bottom line. And that's final. That's basically what this dude is saying. He's saying that he owes the mod. He owns the mod. And he's He's saying that we somehow took materials from G-Disasters Revived and put them in an XTwisters 2, when in reality, he doesn't even own G-Disasters.
Yeah, you don't own G-Disasters, Miguel. You own nothing on these bitches. Because you don't own anything. You don't own G-Disasters because you didn't make it yourself. You literally didn't make it yourself. If you owned it, then if you wanted to own it, then why don't you make the game yourself? But you obviously didn't do that. So your excuse that I own G-Disasters, I am the ultimate Sigma, and nothing could beat me now. You're in the wrong, buddy, because you fucking stole it. You didn't steal G-Disasters, and you never owned G-Disasters. Because you didn't create the game in the first place. That is an absolute truth nuke that I will continue to drop repeatedly at the same spot until the ground is radioactive with the truth.
He never did in the first place. Yeah. That doesn't add up, does it? No. I'm pretty sure most of my
It adds up to 0.
audience will completely agree with me. And if you really think logically, it doesn't add up. It really doesn't add up. And this is really only the tip of the
Both logically and ethically, it never adds up. It only subtracts.
iceberg of how crazy this guy is. And me, of course, I've also responded to this. And my first reply, because I have two, my first reply was basically saying, how did we as an XTwisters community stole materials from you when in reality you never owned that version of G-Disasters?
Yeah. It all clicked into place faster than I paused the video. It all clicked into place. Because how can you own a mod that you didn't create? You are broke, Miguel. You're broke. You never could have money. You never had the money to buy G-Disasters. And even then, the owner didn't want to put the mod up for sale. So yeah, even if you had money, that was freaking stupid. You're freaking stupid.
That version's not even yours, if you think about it. Now, some people may remember G-Disasters Revived all the way back in 2021. So this has been a thing. This has been a thing for a while now. G-Disasters Revived has been a thing on the workshop for a while, and Miguel is basically claiming that he owns the mod. And going back to my reply, I basically call him out for lying about us stealing materials. Like, it doesn't add up. And also, one other thing that I'll mention, if you guys know how to get to the particle editor, if you guys have watched my tutorial video on how to make a rope tornado, also off topic, but I don't have a lot of motivation to get back to those videos. The particle editor is being kind of weird at the moment, so I hope they fix it with some of the mechanics. But anyways, if you guys know how to get to the particle editor and know how to access the materials and all that, keep in
I don't play Gmod, so this is actually pretty good information for when I do.
mind that these materials that Miguel is talking about can literally be found in the source engine, such as and also the games such as Half-Life, Left 4 Dead, Portal, Counter-Strike, Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
And like, yet this dude is saying that we somehow stole them?
Bro,
That
what?
doesn't add up. Also, you can find the same materials in the particle editor
Yeah.
and in game, also
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
going straight to the materials folder in game,
Yeah.
in the spawn
So
menu.
yeah, it's all fair use. And this was Mr. Wedge's first reply. Dude, stealing textures from your add-on and the original. Okay, first of all, dude, you are not even the original owner of G-Disasters, even though you think you are. You think you are. And you basically stole the revived version and took it into your own hands and made it a whole lot worse. And second of all, the textures were not even from G-Disasters. Those are all from the source games. How in the world can you say it's us as a development team stole those textures from a version of G-Disasters? From your version of G-Disasters. Dude, it is crystal clearly obvious that XTwisters 2 isn't the only add-on that the game uses the same textures you're using. The original G-Disasters has it. Gary's mod, Twister, has. Hell, even XTwisters 1 has the same textures. And here you are, complaining to us about stealing textures from your add-on. G-Disasters is not even rightfully yours from the very beginning. And probably, most importantly, putting a false DMCA on our add-on with no reason of copyright, or even if you had a reason of copyright that in the end isn't even in your domain, is really, and I mean really, considered a crime. Putting a false DMCA on XTwisters 2 without no reason whatsoever is literally the most ignorant thing someone can do when they have no evidence to support it. And also, I'd also like to mention that the last bit you mentioned in the discussion where it says that we clearly don't understand you. Clearly we do, because we'd appreciate if you stop putting a false DMCA on our own creation when in reality you're basically committing a crime. Yes, committing a motherfucking crime. Having to take down notice for XTwisters 2 isn't supported by copyright terms, which literally isn't, because the textures we use, everyone else uses them, is really stupid, immature, and very childish of you, Miguel. Yes, that's very childish. Grow the fuck up.
Like, this stuff doesn't add up to the point where it's stupid. It's legitimately stupid.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And that's only the beginning. Like I just said, that's just the tip of the iceberg. So Miguel makes like a few replies to my reply.
Oh shit.
Basically replying that
Oh,
he
God.
never, he
Oh,
never
God.
stole any of the textures in the first place. And sorry. This is a funny one right here. He also calls me immature for basically saying that how could we steal materials from your mod that you don't even know, that you don't even righteously maintain.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Like how could you call me immature
Yeah.
if you think that I stole
Yeah.
materials from your mod that you don't even have
Yeah.
dominion over, if you think about it?
Yeah. Pro tip. If you call somebody, especially who is I believe I think he's like 20, who's so, for especially someone who is in college, immature. I think you might want to think twice about that, buddy, because you might be a little bit immature on your part as well. Well, not as well, but all of your parts are immature for you, Miguel, if you know what I mean.
Like, it's not even rightfully yours? I mean, it's kind of like you're just really wanting people to focus on you when they
Yeah, well, yeah, you're literally trying to just freaking troll them and rage bait them at this point. Like, dude, grow up.
know that you're really the bad guy here in this situation. And that's basically what's going on. He's saying that we're the bad guys, but in reality he is. And of course there's evidence of him being the bad guy, and I'll show you guys that in a minute.
All right, so here's. All right, so this is Miguel. My friend and I were investigating those textures, and we saw that from those textures were original and not from Source Engine, so stop making up stupid things. It seems like you don't even use Google to research those textures. You only rely on your Discord bully friends to find any excuse to accuse me. Seriously? What? Are you kidding me, bro? Stop making up stupid things. You're making up stupid things right now, Miguel. It literally says so in stone. If you think the textures are from the source, why don't you do a little research and look for the textures yourself? You see that there's no information from the source, so they're from the mod itself. Confirmed. And the clown emoji. Also, I know who's the immature one here who follows a community of brain rot and toxic people who's dedicated to harassing other people for his pleasure, selfish, and manipulative. Bro, let me drop another truth nuke on you. I knew. If. If you think you know who is the immature one here, follow. If you're an immature person and you say that you know who is the immature one here who follows a community of toxic brain rot people who are dedicated to blibbity blibbity blah, I think you might want to sober up on the brain rot shit and probably rethink everything. Because also, and oh, wait, there's even more. Also, it seems even more immature of you being harassing me and following everything I write and do. Seriously, it seems very stupid and immature of you. Grow up, my friend. Yeah. I can clearly see who really needs to grow up here. He really, really needs to grow the frick up. Because, dude. Like, bro. Oh my god, dude. I don't know if he's old enough to make comments on games like Gary's mod, because, dude, this is stupid. Yeah.
And I also reply to that, also saying, like, how am I being immature to you? I think I'll pull up my reply. Let me just scoot this over a little bit.
Yes, he drops a massive essay of. Yes, he drops a massive. And then Mr. Wedge drops a massive essay that Gerald's Miguel's claims right off of the map. I'm being immature to you? Bro, how can I imagine me doing such a thing to you? This is me being immature, childish? Dude, I am trying to open up your motherfucking eyes and see what you're doing wrong here with claiming that me, as one of the developers of both XTwisters add-ons, stole material from XTwisters. It's literally easy to go into Gary's mod, go to the materials in your spawn menu, and see that those same materials are from the source games. Yes, the source games. It's actually so crazy right now that whenever I try to tell the truth, I always get attacked brutally. That's exactly what's going on here. You are simply not accepting the truth that you stole G-Disaster's review all the way back in 21. And here you are now, not even growing a huge set of basketballs, despising our community for our own creation, when in reality, we did nothing wrong. Those materials are from the source engine. Even though you are obviously cannot freaking deny it from the stupidest reason, when you can literally go into Gary's mod and see for yourself. That is what. Now that, my friends, that is what I call being immature. And yes, I'm talking about you, Miguel. Yes, you, Miguel. All I'm doing is making you see what you're doing is wrong. That's not being immature. You're the one that's being an asshole. And also, you're being a bitch for telling me the truth, and you're deleting my previous comments. Should you tell me to grow up? How, dude, you grow the frick up. Realistically speaking, your brain is literally 5 years old. Realistically speaking, you have a brain that is almost literally 5 years old. I am almost 20. Yes, I am almost 20. And I know very damn well not to do what the hell you are doing. Being immature and being an asshole. And also, you call this war? Bro, I hate to say it, but in the end, you're completely nuked. You're not going to get anything good out of this. You're going to get a really hard judgment for all these false crimes towards us. This is unreal. So unreal. So unreal. Unreal, I say. Unreal.
He's basically saying, like, how am I being immature to you? And all I'm doing is telling you, like, what's going on, and you should, reconsider. I was literally just trying to be like, hey, like, you know what you're doing, right? But this guy is such a pussy that he can't even accept that he owns a mod that's not even his.
Yeah. He doesn't own a mod if it's not his. Like, what, bro? What the frick? What the bruh?
That's actually sad.
It's so sad. Like, dude, Miguel, I feel so bad for you because you are actually dumb as fuck. Yes, please. Please, I'm just feeling so bad for you right now. Dude, please, dude, if you are 15 and dude, you know what? Dude, if you've hit puberty by now, then I must say, you're not just a late bloomer. You're a very absent bloomer. Literally. An absent bloomer. Not literally, but figuratively, you're an absent bloomer, okay? Because you just, dude. You know what? Let's move on.
That's actually sad. That is depressing and sad. So I'll go ahead and pull up. Oh yeah, this is also another one. So Miguel replies to my second comment and telling me to stop crying.
What? Bro! Oh my god! What? Oh my god! That is. Dude. That is cringe. Stop.
Miguel,
crying.
how can you tell
Dude, he is what? Dude, Mr. Wedge is like 20 years old, and you're calling him stop crying? Bro. Dude. Dude. You know what? Miguel, I bet you cry a lot. Like, cry a lot. Because you literally cannot handle emotions. You really need to exercise your brain when it comes to emotions, you know?
difference between a talk with two people face to face and a message. And yeah, you're saying stop crying. I have proof and you don't. Oh, I'll show you proof.
Oh yeah, I will show you proof. I will show you proof. Yo, no, please tell me he didn't do that. Oh no, Miguel, you racist piece of sugar honey iced tea. You racist drop of sugar honey iced tea. Dude. Yes, this is insanely ridiculous. He literally called the lead developer the freaking N-word. It's raw. You can see it right in the freaking corner. Yes, he literally called him the N-word. The hard R. He hard-R'd Rainbow, the lead developer. Dude. Okay, bro. Okay. I'm sorry, but this is done. Bro. Dude, you really done it now. You really done it.
We have proof. We have proof of not only him putting false accusation on us, but also being racist to Rainbow.
Yeah, because he literally said the N-word to him. The N-word.
You know, my head captain, the main coder of XTwisters 2, she's my main captain. She's the main coder, or the newer coder if you think about it, because Caden was the original one, and it was Rainbow. If anybody was curious about that, and basically, also, Ultimate Robot also makes a reply about this too. Shoutouts to you, man.
Yes.
Ultimate Robot, known him from the Discord server.
Yeah. Guess one of the mods starts stepping into this discussion.
I think he's a server booster and a beta tester, I think, if I recall.
Yeah. All right. You have proof. If so, show. Ultimate Robot's response. You said it better than I ever could. You have proof. If so, show it to us right here, right now. You can't accept the fact that that the textures you're claiming the XTwisters developers stole are in the game files of Left 4 Dead 2, Half-Life 2, Team Fortress 2, and the Source Engine, which means it's literally fair use. You didn't make them yourself. You can't claim you made them yourself, so so please cut the bullshit because it is fair use. This didn't start because of you stealing an add-on. No. This started because you harassed members of the XTwisters community and other communities, and you're literally stuck in denial. Stuck in denial. You cannot even move to the second stage of grief thinking you're the victim when you're the aggressor here.
Whole thing, because he basically his statement, and I'll read the whole thing because he said it better than I ever could. So here's what Robot said, and I'll say it like fully. You have proof. If so, show it to us right here, right now. You can't accept the fact that the textures you're claiming the XTwisters 2 developers stole are in the game files of Left 4 Dead 2, Half-Life 2, Team Fortress 2, and the source engine, which means it's fair use. There you have it.
Yeah.
It's fair use.
Yeah, Miguel. Dude, if you're watching this video, dude, it's literally staring right in your face. It was fair use. Please. It was fair use.
This dude is being so immature that he can't even accept that using the materials is fair use.
Bro. Dude, he needs to get off. He needs to sober his brain up from the brain rot and comprehend the fact that the actions that the XTwisters community were doing, which were actually fair use. Though the actions that you, Miguel, claimed were illegal in your eyes are actually fair use. Yes, please, let those two words sink in really, really slow. Slow.
I mean, for the source games, and also, here's another thing I'll mention. Not only does XTwisters 2 use those materials, but XTwisters 1 uses it, G-Disasters uses it, Gary's Mod Twister uses it. Hell, even the GMSC maps, the OGs.
Yeah, it's all fair use.
OG maps. And yet this dude is saying that us stealing materials from your mod that you don't even own is not fair use?
Yeah. Dude, please comprehend those two words if you haven't already, Miguel. Please, just say it in your mind. Those were fair use. Please, let those two words sink into your brain really slow. And I mean it slow.
It's not fair use for you to steal a mod, buddy. It's not fair use for you to steal G-Disasters.
Yeah, dude. Dude, you got it twisted up already. Let me untwist. Untwist what fair use really is. And he literally said, Mr. Wedge literally said it in a video like 30 seconds ago. Like, bro, dude, stop twisting it up in your head and thinking that stealing a mod is fair use. No, it is not. It is not fair use if you steal something, okay? Thou shalt not steal, and thou shalt not be fair use if you shalt steal it. See? Let those Shakespeare words sink into your head. Let it bounce off of your skull, then let me say fair use over and over again until I finally break through your skull and finally insert it into your brain. Just please. Please. Just comprehend two important words. Fair use.
Like,
yeah, I'm speechless.
it's insane. It gets better. Oh, and on top of that, you falsely DMCA'd the XTwisters add-on for the third time, which also off topic, but that DMCA has been lifted. So,
Yay. Thank you so much. We finally bounced back from the third DMCA.
I hope that Steam and them's actually paying attention. You broke the law 3 freaking times.
Yes. Yes, you broke the law. Yeah, literally, you broke the law 3 fucking times, okay? Just comprehend that, Miguel. Just please open your eyes and see what the actions you've done have gone.
And here's where he goes into the real depth. Digital Millennium Copyright Act 512. Misrepresentations. Any person who knowingly materially misrepresents under this section. 1. That material or activity is infringing. Or 2. That the material or activity was removed or disabled by mistake or misidentification shall be liable for any damages, including costs and attorney's fees, occurred by the alleged infringer, I think, by any copyright owner or copyright owner's authority's license or any service provider who is injured by such misrepresentation. As a result of the service provider relying upon such misrepresentation in removing or disabling access to the material or actively claimed to be infringing or in replacing the removed material or ceasing to disable access to it. So Robot basically said it better than I ever could. Shoutouts to you, man.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Robot. We greatly appreciate it because even I didn't want to read all of the Wither Nerd out, all the nerdy stuff about the law. But yes, thank you so much for clearing this up, Mr. Robot. Shout out to him.
This doesn't start because you stealing the add-on. This started because you harassed. This is what I was talking about at the beginning. You started because you harassed members of the XTwisters community and other communities, and you're living in denial. That's basically what Miguel's doing. He's basically living in denial. It's like he's in the first stage of grief and he can't get past it. What a pussy, man. Like,
Yeah. Miguel has no set of balls whatsoever.
how fucking immature. Like, this is the most immature situation I've ever been in. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, Miguel. Bro, Miguel, you fucking idiot, bro. Dude. Just take a step back and realize how much of a fucking idiot you are, Miguel. Because, dude, step back and open your eyes. I'm feeling so bad for you because you can't even open your eyes. Just open them. Open them. Just open them. Please, open them. Unless they're sealed shut. And if they are, dab some water in your eyes and look into the mirror and see, did I really make the right choices doing all the shit that I did before?
Thinking you're the victim when you're the aggressor here. So that's what Robot said. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything more interesting. No. Doesn't look like there is. So, oh, wrong thing. So yeah, basically, basically that's him. That's Miguel basically stating that, that we somehow, like, quote unquote, steal materials from his mod, which in reality, he doesn't even.
Yeah, it was vice versa.
he doesn't even own it, and um, he's basically filing a DMCA on an item. Um, um, he's basically filing a DMCA on an item on behalf that's not even his. That's basically XTwisters is what I'm talking about. And he basically also, if you really think about it, Miguel also stole the same textures himself, if you really think about it, from the source engine.
Yeah. Yeah, he literally plagiarized. He literally plagiarized it. Stole all the material. For shame. For shame.
And stuff like that. And it's so stupid that it's legitimately foul. It's legitimately so stupid. And it's real, it's just, yeah, this situation is just so stupid. And also, here's the worser part that I also want to mention. The other thing that he false DMCA'd XTwisters 2, is that we somehow harassed him, when in reality he has went into our server probably like 100 times
and spammed the N-word and all other vile shit that he shouldn't have said. Like, literally.
Like a million alt accounts.
Like,
and
dude, what? A million alt accounts? Literally? Oh my god. I see it now. I see it now. I recognize now that Miguel is a serious opponent. But I will do everything in my power that I see him right out the Steam door. I see him right out of the Steam door and nuke the frick out of his profile, out of the Steam, off of Steam Planet, off of the face of Planet Steam. I'm coming for you. By the end of this video, your Steam account will no longer exist.
And spam in the server, and also say on Steam that XTwisters is dog shit, along with like 100 other so cringy words. It's actually stupid.
Okay, yes, we saw this before. But then again, it is so funny to read. Dude, it's so stupid, it's so funny. It's so stupid, it's funny. I'm not even joking, bro. Like, XTwisters is so... I'm not gonna read all this shit, but... Hey, backward, useless Mongolian. Yo, what the fuck? Future treacherous, unworthy... Egg boy, what the... Snip... Oh my god, what the fuck? Bro, he's literally just like opening scorched earth on this. He's literally just trying to grab XTwisters by the legs and just scrape their faces into the ground. When in reality, XTwisters takes him by the hand and he falls over, and they drag him by the arm as if he's nothing more than a simple doll, with its mud being face planted right in as he was dragged through the mud. Yes. And yes. And the second, rule number 2 of Miranda rights is that anything you say can and will be used against you. Well, this screenshot right here, it just boomeranged all right back into your face, Miguel.
And like I said, I'll show you guys these pictures on screen so you guys could see. You guys can pause for yourself. And basically, this guy is saying that somehow we harassed him when he's coming into the XTwisters server saying, fuck XTwisters, basically spamming. and also being racist for calling Rainbow the N-word.
Yeah. Yeah, literally, yeah. It's all right there. It's raw. Raw, uncensored screenshot right there. That's the most damning piece of evidence. That is the most damning piece of evidence we have of Miguel being a racist drop of sugar honey iced tea. Yes, because it literally has the uncensored N-word, N-word, hard R-ing, hard R-ing Rainbow right then and there. Yes. 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 All of your accusations are pointless. You can scream like a little girl or a little boy or a little kid all you want, but it ain't gonna change the fact that all the shit you did is just really stupid.
Yeah. That's the worst part right there. So he's also racist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Miguel,
I feel so bad for you right now because you really shouldn't have been doing all this crap. You really shouldn't have been doing all this crap, you know? I feel so bad for you. I feel so freaking bad for you because I have no words. I have no words. I have no words for your immature behavior because I don't know how truly old you are, but at this point, if you're literally in your teens, then all I can say is as I see it with you, Miguel, age is just a number when it compares to the immature level crap that you did. It almost makes me think that age is just a number when it comes to just acknowledging everything you did was wrong in terms of the acknowledgement that bullying is wrong. Okay? Just please. I am begging you right now. Please just grow up. Please, God, just grow up. Please. Please, just grow up. Please.
I hope you realize that. Take some advice from me for a second. If you
Take some advice from wise beard man Miguel. He has some very wise words to say. Mr. Wise Wedge has some words for you to say.
really think that anywhere from this situation is going to get you anywhere to a higher ground, it really ain't. I mean, you're going to get a really good punishment.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. You think you're on high ground. Well, the tsunami is already looming over your head right now, and there's nothing you can do about it. You don't know how tall the tsunami that's coming for you, Miguel. A tsunami that is so huge, so colossal, that it braces the stratosphere itself and is rearing its ugly head right out of the door. Open your eyes. You saw all the warning signs, but you ignored them all. And now you're here to face the consequences. And holy shit, there is a whole tsunami of them coming your way.
Like, for what you're doing, because this is stupid. And everybody who's watching this video will agree. Matter of fact, I want you guys to go on Steam and report his profile. I'll have his profile in the description.
See? That was your last warning. He literally said it. There is a tsunami of spam reports coming your way, Miguel. But you're too deaf to realize it. Or are you? But you're just too complacent right now.
In the description below, and it's just dumb. Like, this situation, not only is he falsely accusing us, but he's also being racist towards Rainbow, and also spamming and saying that XTwisters 2 is a million words and shit like this.
Dude.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, come the frick on. You can do better than this. I believe in you, Miguel. You can do better than this. But you will still... But then again, I guess maybe you'll just deceive us all again. Maybe you might stay a 5-year-old forever. And I hope you slowly grow out of that. Only time will tell. But for now...
Really? Calling the main developer of XTwisters 2 the N-word? Okay, there's something seriously wrong with you. There's something seriously wrong with you.
Like, yeah. Yes. There's something seriously wrong with you. Like, dude, you need to get checked out. You need to get out. Dude, if you're like a 5-year-old, just please, just get off of Steam, because you're like literally just too young if you're literally 5 years old. But if you're like, I don't know, Mr. Wedge's age, he's like 20, like Mr. Wedge is literally 20 years old, then my advice, why don't you get out of your basement and probably go on to your lawn and just touch grass. Just touch grass. Like, let all that immaturity seep into the ground. And get some sunlight to cleanse your soul. Just cleanse your soul. Cleanse your soul. Cleanse your soul. Just cleanse. Just let it cleanse your soul. And open your eyes again. And then realize, holy shit, what I did was wrong. I am so sorry. I just really hope that you can just get out and touch some grass. Because, dude, your maturity needs to sober up. So stop absorbing all the brain rot and just please grow up.
This man, he's not even a man, he's a kid. For the level of maturity that he's doing, he's a kid. He might even be below 5 years old. He might even be a fucking toddler.
What?
And I don't give a flying rat shit if I'm being critical about you, Miguel, but it's true. If you think about it, it's true. I hate that I have to be an asshole, but I can. If I have to.
Yeah, everybody can be an asshole when the conditions are right. When the conditions are right. And if I'm coming off as an evil asshole to you, Miguel, then let me say this. You created the absolute that you just created the perfect conditions, the perfect storm that is cleansing you right now. Because now, if you're watching this, then you're becoming something on the internet. I wonder. I think, because I don't know if like you pushed me so far that you've silenced me from YouTube. Because trust me, if the bots don't let this video pass, then either the algorithm will be a bitch, or maybe you pushed me too far, took advantage. But anyway, I'm just saying, or am I? Or am I?
Matter of fact, Miguel is more of an asshole than I ever could.
Yeah. Yes. Miguel. When it comes to immaturity, we're both leagues ahead of him. And I can tell you right now that even I am 10 years ahead of him. And in terms of maturity. And dude, I'm just speechless. If he's like freaking 13 or 12, then I am speechless, because he should have known this by now. If he's literally like something like 12, 13, heck, maybe even as old as Mr. Wedge, but we don't know. Like, if he is, dude, Miguel, if you're watching this, we know that you're very messed up. And I highly recommend that you need to get some help. Now, I'm not talking about sponsors like BetterHealth because, let's be honest, BetterHealth is a scam. But please, just get some regular help. You don't need a YouTube sponsor scam like BetterHelp to use this. I'm certainly not sponsored by BetterHealth. No, because I know too well that BetterHealth was exposed for being a huge scam that doxed many of its patients. But now let's get back on the track here, because we're about to totally derail under this EF2 tornado that is me getting distracted. But anyway.
Putting false DMCA takedown notices. What the hell is that? When you don't even have the evidence, when you don't even have evidence that supports any copyright concerns. Miguel, you need to grow the fuck up. Like, dead serious.
Yes. And don't just take Mr. Wedge's word for it. I'm also telling you, Miguel, if you're watching this video, then I highly suggest you need to grow up. And I mean grow the frick up. Grow the frick up. I've told you so many times. But if you just simply can't get past the first stage of grief, then but if it's at this rate, if it's taking you this long to go through that first stage of grief, then God help us when you go into the second stage. And that's why I made it my mission to lock you down and seal you up before the inevitable occurs.
We about had enough of this shit. It's time to grow the fuck up.
Yeah. Had enough of your antics.
Anyway, y'all, that's all I wanted to share. So hopefully this answers your questions.
Yes.
To the people who have asked, what has happened, what's happened with XTwisters 2, because I've gotten like so many comments about it, and people have suggested that I make a video because he's put a false DMCA notice 3 times on XTwisters 2, even though the third one's been removed. But that doesn't slide. I mean, that really doesn't slide. So, anyways, I hope you guys go after this asshole, because he fucking deserves it. For what he's doing, he deserves it.
Yeah.
So y'all better report his ass. I'm going to eventually. Of him putting false accusations against us, being racist towards Rainbow and all this stuff. That ain't cool. That shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. So
yeah, it ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Hope y'all enjoyed the video, because I sure didn't. So
thank you.
Y'all have a good night. See you guys later.
Bye, Mr. Wedge. Yeah. Yes. Thank you all. Now it is time to turn attention to Miguel. But first, shout out to Mr. Wedge for letting me react to his video. Yeah. Well, I hope I didn't push things too far. I hope. Because let's be honest, this Miguel character, he really knows how to push people's buttons when it comes to he really knows kind of how to push people's buttons. And well, not truly push people's buttons, but he really did push someone's button when he literally called the lead developer of XTwisters the N-word, but yeah, he knows how to push people's buttons, but his hubris has got to the better of him. His ego is so massive that all there is just hot air, and that the true balls that he's wearing are just tiny, microscopic pebbles. Just tiny little marbles compared to anybody else's. I'm just so sad. It may not suck to be you, because you have a chance to grow up. You have what it takes, or maybe I wonder if you do. I wish that you do, and I know, or actually maybe I know that you do. I know that you have what it takes. So stop procrastinating and just get to work on growing up. But for now, it's time for the tsunami to come down on you hard. Your profile may be private, but that doesn't stop you from the tsunami that is about to come and destroy everything. So this is your chance to get out of the way. But you saw the signs, but you ignored them. You saw the signs. You saw every single sign in the expose video that our dear friend Mr. Wedge put out. But you ignored it. And now you have come to face the wrath of the massive tsunami produced by the two most powerful things in the world. Just the most powerful power couple in the world. Justice and karma. And let me just say, justice is true and karma is one hell of a bitch. So let's get down into it. So it's time to get down and dirty. Not in a zesty way, but in what you frickin' deserve. So, first blow coming in. So first blow coming in. 3, 2, in 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. I have your profile as my thumbnail now. Oh. And next, get ready, take aim, and open fire. Block. Blocked. What do I have to do? They are cheating in Gary's mod. They are cheating in a game. All right. Hello. 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 I am. Hello. Hello. I am. Oh, I am anonymous. Anonymous. 24 hours. 24 hours ago, I was. Mm. He attempted to mentally crawl all over them like a literal toddler when he had Prepare for another wave. Aw, crap. Well. Ah, crap. Well, I'm not done with you yet. Theft, scamming. Should be back. Back. Yeah, screw it. Welp, it looks like the tsunami is past. Or is it? Because I see another big wave coming for you, Miguel. I see another one big. I see a big one coming in. You better be ready. You better be ready to grow up. Outgrow the tsunami that's coming for you. Because there's multiple others that are mass reporting you right now. Sooner or later, you'll be wiped off the face of the earth. I will see you all in the next one. But yes. Now that's all said and done. I hope it didn't go too far. But this guy has to be taught a tsunami of a lesson. A massive tsunami, a tornado of a lesson. But yeah, if you find this video pretty good, if you find this video helpful, make sure to subscribe. And yes, a video or two may come out soon. Only time will tell. Maybe I will start live streaming again. Or maybe not live streaming, but start recording live again. But in the meantime, why don't you report, if anybody's watching this video except for Miguel, I highly encourage you to report this bloke, because just like Mr. Wedge said, he's a piece of sugar honey iced tea. He's a racist piece of sugar honey iced tea. Yes, he's a racist piece of shit. And he's also an a-hole for spamming vile shit. And sending false DMCAs, declaring war when he has already lost. But anyway, thank you all for this video, and thank you all. When I first saw Mr. Wedge's video, I realized I had to make something told me that I had to make a reaction to this video. So, yeah. If you really like this video, then make sure to subscribe, ring that bell of freedom, and smash that subscribe button and like button with the hammer of justice, because it is coming down hard on Miguel. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.